Okay. Everything's working? I think everything's working. Yes, it is working. Okay, so found this new game on Steam. Looked pretty cool. It's called Eyes Over Us. You play as some Cthulhu looking dude, guy, person. Almost swore there. I'm not supposed to swear on the YouTube. At least, what was it, not for the first minute? Yeah. You are some Cthulhu guy, and you're messing with like two people. Screw it. Let's get into some Cthulhu bullshit. Create new profile. Someone is watching me. It's been a while since I interacted with other beings. I remember someone trying to free me from my stone prison, but they just managed to expose part of me. I don't care either way. I was fine underground. They sure wanted to find me. They dug a big hole just to reach me. They cover their faces with masks, like the ancient tribes. Maybe they feel safer this way. The masked ones have been over, or throwing other being here with me. Ah, I feel like I just had an aneurysm. Have been throwing other being here with me. Most of them failed on the first days of being exposed to my influence and had to be removed. I sense the fear of the two remaining. They look at me in confusion. They don't even know what I am, but neither the masked ones. It's have been a long time since I have an opportunity like this. There is more about them than fear. The one closest to me is a male. He is curious, even more than fearful. It's poking around my surface while talking to the other one. How will I call this one? Uh, oh, suppose I'm not naming the. Hmm. What should we name him? Call him. Fuck it. I shall name you George. George. I spelled that wrong. George. George. I am the stupid. Yes, I feel that Georg. I will call him that. The other being, it's a female. She's angry at George for his lack of caution and yelling at the masked ones to let her go free. She is putting on a brave facade for the other, but she is terrified nonetheless. Amusing. How will I call this one? Uh, I don't know, fuck it. You can be Karen. Yes, I feel that Karen suits her just fine. I will color that. Do you want to save this? You don't have to do it again in the future. You can change it later. Uh, sure, why not? The masked ones had been giving them some. Oh, jeez, that's some music. Right. Let's turn, turn. Okay. Masked ones had been giving them some resting time while they disposed of the ones that no longer could resist my influence. I had enough fun for now, but I should remaining use these remaining toys in a more intelligent way. I will give Girogi and Karen the freedom they desire. and for this I need to synchronize their emotions. The body will soon follow, and the results will be a treat to witness. This is my gift to them, to the masked ones, to myself, and to you. I wonder, what should I do now? Uh, I shall affect Yorgi. Inflict fear, anger, sorrow, hope. Huh. Uh, make everybody angry. Karen Smart starts repeating words of the ones, the loud, degrading comments that they throw at her at any chance. Since she bleh. Since she became the last woman remaining, this treatment had only worsened. Her thoughts started going to all the people that had treated her in a similar way throughout her life. All of those smug assholes with punchable faces. And she could bet the masked ones were covering the most punchable faces on human history. Do I? Yeah, okay, I'm not blocking it. This has been a nice test. They are not the only ones that are performing experiments here. The worst mistake is to think that they are in control. No one is truly in control. Not even me or you. We are all being experimented on. It would be wise to always remember this. The masked ones are opening the hatch and lowering something with the crane. Once the crane's platform lowered to the ground level, a loud voice instructed them to look inside. There are several objects placed without evident criteria. A coin purse, a portable radio, a robot toy, and a Zeratrope. I wonder, what should I do now? Expand influence? If I expand my influence, I should be able to influence a given emotion in a much bigger manner. What emotion should I focus on expanding its influence for the time being? Uh, anger. Giroge's mind is invaded with images of when he was first abducted by the masked ones, a reminder of how he was punched, subdued, and trode in a van with three other people. Suddenly he feels nostalgic for the other two companions that are no longer with them. They were tortured alongside him, and when they could no longer bear the pressure, they were taken, never to be seen again. Each memory fills him with immense anger. Karen is filled with a nostalgic feeling while she looks at the toy robot. The words "Fire, fire" engraved on her memory. She remembers playing with a similar one when she was a little girl, or more precisely, attempted to play with it. It was his brother's toy, and she could only use it when he, as well as her parents, were out of the house. Her parents didn't allow her to play with boy toys, only with the approved girl toys, usually gifted to her by her grandmothers and aunts. She even asked them multiple times for this toy, among others, but she was always ignored. The nostalgia became anger pretty fast as she held the toy robot. Gayroge observes her behavior until she predictably proposes keeping the robot. Not wanting to question her or having any strong desire of his own, he accepts the decision. They put the rest of the objects in the crane's platform and watch them quickly elevate far from reach. The object doesn't seem to be of any utility in their mind, but that is not true on the masked one's side. They got valuable data from this, and will have even more soon. Gayrogays. notes a change in the movements of the masked ones, probably the start of another of their tests. Soon the crane's platform descends with another package for them. A single tennis ball rests on top of the platform. It's really used up. The outer layers has even started to peel off, but is still usable. The loud voice indicates them to take it and play with it. Play with the ball! Play ball, you stupid fuckers! Play ball for Cthulhu! I wonder what should I do now? What? Oh, okay, so oh, okay, I think I get it now. It's like there's like the white silhouette is them and the colored silhouettes are like their emotions. Expand influence. Amplify anger. Now I'll be able to inflict even a greater form of anger upon them, at least for a little while. They start throwing the ball at each other. For a while, the masked ones watch, taking measures and recording video. Geiroge throws the ball with a noticeable lack of energy. His sleep-deprived body can't coordinate complex movements and eventually gets hit by the ball due to his lack of attention. He grunts in anger at Karen but soon calms down and keeps on playing. He remains irritable though. Karen is having trouble focusing on the ball, her eyes struggling to remain open. Eventually, she fails to catch one of the throws, and that impacts against her extended fingers, breaking one of her already frail nails. You broke my nail, you motherfucker! She is furious, waking up from her lethargy with violence. You broken nail! You motherfucker, I'll fucking kill you! Ah! After some minutes, the masked ones announce a game. They read the rules, and projected lights form some kind of playing area. Geiroge and Karen are actually excited for the game. Their minds almost forgot that they are being held against their will. They play some rounds, getting increasingly competitive. After almost an hour of intense competition, there is finally a winner. The loud voice announces that Karen is the winner. Geiroge is a little disappointed, but congratulates Karen on her victory. The masked ones lower the crane's platform and instruct them to place the ball there and take a package that's inside. The package is filled with food, and by their reaction, the food is of their liking. But for their shock, the loud voices announces that only the winner will be able to eat. No sharing is allowed, and the food needs to be consumed right now. Karen doubts at first, but her hunger gets the best of her and starts to eat while avoiding Geiroge's gaze. Geiroge's resentment is evident. The masked ones write down the results and start preparing the next test. Masked ones seem to be getting ready for another experiment. A noise inside the stone walls of the hole let Geiroge and Kara know to get ready for anything. Hidden holes in the walls open up. The sounds of legs emerge from the holes. Long before they can see what's about to appear, I wonder what should I do now? How should I fix? You are afraid. Geiroge's mind is invaded by the images of the ones that are no longer with them. He remembers what they did to them when they set one of them on fire just to see what would happen. He remembers the smell of the burnt flesh and the screams, the masked ones pointing guns at them so no one could help. He imagines what would happen if they decided to burn him, how his beard, that took years to grow to that point, would disappear in a second, how all his tattoos that had cost him a lot of money would boil and evaporate away while his skin would blister and fall from his muscles. He would often think how he would look if someone ever managed to recover his body. Someone would even be able to recognize him. He continues to think about all the things that could happen to him just because the masked ones feel like it. Fear invades him following each new possibility that enters his mind. Finally, whatever was on those tubes comes out. Centipedes! Centipedes pour out and quickly start filling the floor of the cave, their bodies contorting and displacing hundreds of members while they close its distance to the test subjects. Geiroge has a strong aversion of these creatures, running in the opposite direction of them almost instantly. He's like, ah, fucking bugs! What the fuck? Yeah, get away! He screams to Karen to help him get get rid of the vermins. Geiroge's lack of sleep only makes the situation worse. At first, he was even doubting if the creatures were real or just a hallucination. But even if they were in fact real, their bodies were being distorted in grotesque forms by his mind. As the creatures closed distance, the twisted forms augmented his fear and repulsion exponentially. Karen quickly reacts and starts stomping on the centipedes. Geiroge looks at the spectacle with relief. After no more centipedes are alive, he thanks Karen for her help. Geiroge's lack of sleep is making him really irritable. Karen can barely keep awake, and that's driving her mad with a mix of exhaustion and rage. The masked ones take notes and prepare for the next test. Look at this image. What emotion comes to mind when you look at this? Confusion! What the hell is it? Oh, I can tell them? Uh, you are afraid. What word comes to your mind? What is it? It's like a spider thing? I don't know what. Spider thing? Or is it like wings? Am I crazy? I don't even know what it is. It's kind of like a dude walking, or like a spider. Like there's like this part kind of looks like a dude walking, and then there's like some weird spidery thing, cause like that's a leg. That's a leg. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm confused. It's truly a fear-inducing spider. The power of the expansion has resided for the moment. My influence is back to normal. Karen was examining the tiny robot, or the toy robot, wondering how fun it would have been to have it as a child, or now if the thing had any batteries. She placed the robot on the ground and tried to close her eyes to get some sleep before the masked ones started their next torture. After some seconds, she started hearing a beeping sound and wheels moving. She opened her eyes and saw the robots rolling towards the wall. Karen ran after it. A small hole opened on the wall. The robot got in there so tightly that it was like the hole was made for it. This hole was made for me! Fucking Junji Ito reference. Nice. Karen tried to reach the toy, but it was deep inside the wall. After trying for several minutes to squeeze one of her arms in there, she finally gave up. She went to her usual place in the hole and sat there. The darkness and silence of the place was only interrupted by the flashes of light and sound that the robot made. Like it's taunting her. It's taunting me! It's like, haha, I'm in here and you're out there. Can't get me! Can't get me! Haha! Screw you! Screw you, Karen! Go ask the manager! It's like, bastards! The robot went in the hole! Haha! Just point and laugh at her. Once again, the toy was beyond her reach. She was undeserving of it, unfit. She tried to forget about the toy and relax the best she could before the masked ones started their next experiment. The test subjects survived 5 experiments. It's a shame the cycle is now over. What? I am so confused. Well, uh, that was eyes over us. Do I want to go? Do I have time for another run? I tried making them all like really angry. Oh, well, that probably explains why the English was not the greatest looking at the 2 language choices. I'm guessing their first language was probably Espanol, and it may be better written in his native or their native tongue. Uh, yeah, what should I do? Yeah, I'll just leave it open-ended. Don't want to spoil too much, right? You want to get the game for yourself. There'll be a link to the store page in the description. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you didn't, dislike it. Not that that matters much anymore. Leave your love and hate in the comments. And am I forgetting anything? Oh yeah, subscribbles. I need them subscribbles so I can, you know, potentially run ads so I can make money. So I have money for video games. That'd be nice. This game's pretty cheap on Steam. It's like a couple of dollars. It's on sale right now as of uploading because just first release sale doodly doo. And I think that's all the end of video blathering I have. Have a good one. Take her ease, everyone.